we're starting where we left off, finding all this metal in the bottom of the engine. 82 Sabre 750. Guys, this is part 3 of tearing down this lovely engine. And as I told you before, they're going to print the CCs, or the CMs. 748 right there on the, well, I guess that's the block at this point. But we got to tear this down and get everything else out and see what we got. So definitely disgusting mess right here. This is the filter, as I told you, and we are full of metal, and it's amazingly disgusting. But looks like if this bike ran after it blew up, it didn't suck it up through the engine. So probably have a good oil pump there. That's our oil pump. So there's this guy. That's just basically junk, but it's fun to look at. And then, as I told you, this connector for the piston rod. I forget what those are called, but that was just laying in the bottom here, so that's a problem. Here is an oil line that'll just pull right out. So that is salvageable. Like I said, if that filter did its job, then most of this stuff will be good beyond the filter. So we'll pull the oil pump out of here. That actually pops out over here. Not sure if I have to disconnect anything there, but we'll see in a moment. This is probably gonna slide right out of there too. Yeah, that would slide out. So 10, 10, 10, and then I should be able to lift that out. That would be connected, what, with a gear? Oh yeah, so the gear's on there. We might have to disconnect that. And then is that our chain that comes from, that chain's loose. That's probably our timing chain from up top. Oh, you can see the gear from this side. All right, actually that might come this way. So loosen them up, and then I think we're gonna pull off some bolts here because we can probably slide this whole guy off, if I remember correctly from the shadow. Disconnect. Well, there's your shifter. This is on this side. Yeah, I think that's your shifter there. Spline. All right, so yeah, we're gonna keep, eventually we're just gonna remove all the bolts we find and see if this engine will just fall apart. Whoa, slipping in the oil. All right, so filter's off, oil filter. I'm gonna start, let's pull that out. Pulled out all the bolts I could see on the bottom here, and these guys are interesting. These are lock bolts for sure. They go in there and they're not supposed to come out. They lock in there like crazy. So these are sweet. Pretty cool bolts down here. So anyway, when you crack those, they almost let loose pressure. So it'll be interesting to see what's in there. These are all my bolts coming out of the bottom of the engine. And then we had these over here. Can't really grab these as easy. Oh yeah, they're the same. But these have oil on them for some reason. There you go. These are probably case bolts, and they're coming out. I've been whacking at this final drive gear. She's coming loose, but I feel like it's probably just holding on to something. Something's not quite straight. This guy's probably catching it. This whole housing comes off as one, so I'm trying not to break it. But I hit this with the mallet, and this is the one wire that's still attached, and I don't even know what this is. Anybody want to tell me in the comments? But it comes out with one screw, and there is a, this would be at the upper side of the engine, so not doused in oil, but there is a gasket on here because oil could splash in there. But we have this, I have the screws around here too, and this guy. And then let's get the screw out of there and see what we're dealing with here. Cannot get a good grip on those bolts, those screws, so I don't want to rip them out. But I got 2 screwdrivers underneath here and wedged them out, and she is free. And here we go. I don't see debris in this, so the final drive might be okay. Look at that. Is that a little oiler? So there's the outer shaft, and I bet if you turned that by hand, that would all turn together. Let's see. Is it free? Oh yeah, she's moving. Sounds smooth and happy. So that works good. And then here, we got a couple gaskets. Metal gasket on top of a metal gasket. I'm not sure why there's two, but I guess that's the way it was built. So, at this point, I'm gonna flip her back over. Where should I put these? They're gonna fall off of there. Well, they can go with this. So, I don't think this lifts out. This has gotta be connected to something in there. So hopefully nothing falls out as I flip this engine back over. There's our shifter. So all of our gears, I don't wanna drag this on the floor, but I'm gonna go in here and start removing all these screws that I can see. Anything I can get to, I'll remove. And then since all the engine bolts are out, we can probably split these cases. Whew. There's an extra piece to the engine mount, which I have a couple over here. Got these guys out. As I said, that one was loose before. Now we're just gonna lift that off. See what we can do with this. I don't even know what's going on here. There's a top plate here. And then that pulls right off. Got all that. That's a heavy guy there. And then what? That's the crank, I guess. And then this guy can pull off. That was your starter gear, starter engagement gear. And now this one should probably lift off. Here's a washer. All this should be done in order. And then this lifts off, and there's your crankshaft, I believe. Just gunky. So all that in order to just move things along. We'll pull this off, and then we can lift the basket from the clutch. I torqued that off with a 28, but I think it's a 27. I didn't beat it up much. And then you have that, and then a washer, which doesn't want to come up. I think, can I just lift this off now? Okay, inner basket off. I think the outer basket can come off just as easily. Oh, it's the whole thing. That's why I couldn't grip it. So the gear and all is gonna come right up and off, and you have a bearing in the middle with splines on it, and that rests right on there. And there's all of our shifter mechanism stuff. All right, there's the bottom of your clutch plate, your clutch basket, and your gears. Keep all that together, and then we could start pulling stuff out of here. Here is oil pump. That runs your oil pump. That runs off of this gear. There's your gear, and another washer behind that. We should be able to get that. That's pretty loose. Should be able to shimmy that off of there somehow, some way. Pretty loose. Come on. And brake. Oh, all right. Well, that's not going to do what I want it to do. Although, can I break it on this side? Get it off of there. I don't know. I'll keep working on this. Got some stuff I could remove there. Oh, there's some bolts. I moved her back out. I did get the oil pump out, and it looks clean and fine. But as you'll see, this is all the junk and pieces, and there's even a nut in there that's definitely what came loose. And basically what we have to do yet is split the case in half, which is not an easy job. Like I said, it's kind of a junk casing, so at this point I don't really care what happens. But you can, let's see, clearly see all the cylinders are shot, and what we have left is basically just a hunk of metal. I do want to try to get these apart so we can see what's going on. Oh, still got stuff falling out. There's 2 bolts that I missed. All right, well, this is probably one of the nuts off of the crank shaft. These are just bolts that were loosened. Wait, that looks weird. That's a different size head. I don't know, maybe that was attached to that. Maybe that's what was actually holding our piston rod. In there you can see 2, looks like intact piston rods on the crankshaft, and over here we only have 1. So it would be the far, I don't know, the one on the far left at this point. From the, where are we here? Here's the starter. Okay, so we're on the left side of the bike if it was in the right spot. And you can see the crankshaft's all pitted. Looks like that thing was hanging on for dear life and vibrating, because you can clearly see the crankshaft took a beating. So that's pretty much what we got here, and what we can do. Obviously, junk. It looks like that's the piston right there that died on us, which would be the worst one at all. Huh. The worst one here is the one that broke. That's very interesting. Well, I'm not gonna assume someone tried to run this bike after it sat for a while, but maybe it's possible. If it sat for a while, this happened, someone tried to start the engine, I guess the other 3 turned, and that one didn't, that would cause some major issues. So if this bike was if they tried to start the bike after that was seized up in there, then this could happen. So anyway, we're gonna try to get this out. Like I said, if we get this engine separated, maybe I'll take a hammer and start wailing on this. Try to separate it right there. I did start hitting it. Maybe it was working. Maybe it was. Maybe we'll get this apart. I'll try. I don't know, there's the next engine. Because this engine has pretty poor metal on it, I managed to break that engine mount there, and that one's fine. But I don't think this is gonna separate because, oh look, I found the piston, I think. And I think we have a hole in the piston anyway. But I don't think this is gonna separate because all these pistons are so locked on there. She's not interested in letting go. So that's connected to the bottom, and this is connected to the top. So there ain't much I can do unless I knock those pistons through. But I think we're done. This is the 82 Honda Sabre VF750S. Guys, hopefully I can rescue a few more things here, but otherwise, she done. I will see you guys on the next one. Get out and ride unless your engine looks like this. Good luck. And I will show you what we find next. A mess.